dudes, and it's live, just like that. Quick,
Jeez.
yeah, it's a little different. Seeing how it's through StreamYards completely now. So yeah, interesting.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, something new to get reacquainted with
Used
and
to.
used to. Indeed, indeed.
So, what's on our topic for tonight besides games and more games and games?
It's always games. That's all there is. There's games. Well, there's games and there's toys. Lego and action figures, and in particular, Masters of the Universe and Transformers and Voltron.
I would like to get into toys.
We'll probably do something about toys. We just need to schedule topics. But yeah, so Black Friday, I didn't really pick anything up there. I picked up a couple controllers for the Xbox because Amazon had them on sale for $40. I was like, oh, okay, well, I can buy a couple extra controllers, and that way I have a couple more. So I should be able to have 4 people play now once I got them all synced up. One problem is I don't know when they're going to actually be here. So what do you do? I'm going to see if this is actually live on the Sega dudes, and I'm not sure it is. Trying to see when those controllers are supposed to come in, though. But I did order Claire Obscure Expedition 33, the Mirror Edition from Amazon. The new edition that they came out with. And it released yesterday, but it hasn't even shipped yet. It's going to it's going to arrive sometime between December 21st and the end of the month.
Really?
So, yeah.
How much did that? How much did that cost?
That was with tax $64.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean, that's like your
Yeah.
first game that you bought in how long that was full price?
Yeah. Well, technically, I bought Metroid Prime 4, but it hasn't come into the local shop, so I might just cancel it and keep that money in a trade for trade credit at the local shop, and then pick up some other stuff. I did pick up some Skylanders last time I was in there on Friday. I think just before Black Friday.
I mean, really, would there be anything for Black Friday you wanted? So, I mean,
I looked at some of the game deals and stuff, and even the digital ones. I went through and did a video on that on my channel, and there just wasn't anything that was like really cool. That was like, oh yeah, that's the price that I'm willing to pay for. There just wasn't that stuff. But the controller is supposed to be somewhere between December 19th and basically the middle of January. So we'll see if I even get those. I've, a lot of the Black Friday deals and stuff, you buy them online, and it's like, you're not really going to get this. We're going to cancel it because, we put it out for this price, and we had too many people pick it up. I've had it with, like, oh, okay, well, let me see what kind of deal I can get on some shoes. The orders end up getting canceled. Doesn't matter if it's from Walmart. Doesn't matter if it's from
you said
Amazon.
shoes?
Yeah. I don't think I did it on Black Friday, but ordering stuff when it's on good sale, like sometimes I think it's just a way to try to get people on to the site because that doesn't actually happen. You don't get those values.
I don't know. They were saying the Target runs numbers, and like if something is $6.25 for Black Friday, they'll up it to like $6.50, and then they'll say, "Oh, look, we're selling it for $6.25," when really it was $6.25 the entire time.
Yeah, I don't think that they can actually legally do that because that's not.
There was a lot of videos that were showing that, and I was kind of curious, questioning it. So,
well, there was one that I saw that they were questioning it, and I think it had to do with Christmas trees because,
yes,
oftentimes Target has the price printed out on the sticker itself,
Yes,
and they had all of the prices stickered over, so you couldn't see those.
that's true. Yes,
That
I
was
did see that.
because the explanation I saw for that was it was because the the stuff is figured out months ahead in advance, and so that was the price that they were originally scheduled to go on sale at, and they couldn't do it for that price, so they just stick it over it and did the new sale and had the sign up there and covered the old price, which is
That I saw.
that's well within their rights and whatnot. And
I mean, I really didn't even. I didn't get anything for Black Friday. I thought it was stupid. I just don't. I don't care about Black Friday. I don't care about getting the deals because I don't even think they are deals on Black Friday. So I could care less.
a lot of times they aren't. They're not good deals. They're not like they used to be. I mean, um, we have a TV and the Wi-Fi uh, doesn't work on it anymore, and so we have a Roku hooked up to it. And so we were actually thinking about picking up a TV, and we're looking at the deals, and we're just like, Thing is, I want a dumb smart TV,
What's it?
something that doesn't. It's really annoying. We have a Fire TV in the living room, and you know, overnight and stuff, we flip the power off at the power switch. We have it on a power strip. We flip the power off there because there's no sense in sending electricity to it when no one's going to be using it. And um, like you turn that on, and then you turn the TV on, and it takes 2 or 3 minutes before you can actually use the TV. I'm like, I want a TV that you can just use, and then you can go into the smart features if you want to, not that it boots into the smart features and pull up this menu with all this garbage on it.
That's crazy.
But the thing is, it's they're TVs. That's all they are. Is they're stinking TVs.
Everything's different now.
Yep.
So everything is different. I don't do the Black Friday deals. I don't care about Black Friday. I don't just nothing I really wanted, and that was that. So that was it. There was I just didn't think there was anything worth it.
Yeah, and I would have to agree. Like, I did not think that the none of the deals made it really interesting because I wasn't looking for any games. There wasn't any you know Lego sets in specific that I was looking for. Since Friday, though, Walmart put some figures on sale. The
Figures? What type of figures?
Masters of the Universe, and it.
You're bringing up a screenshot of it?
Now I could do that. Well, I'm trying to make sure
Masters.
that we're live. Hey, it is. So the first couple of
It,
minutes of it, we're not streaming because it was set to
so
go
it's
private. So this is live on YouTube and it should be live on Twitch because it should be multi-streaming.
Oh, you have this on Twitch too?
Yep. Well, it should be. More stuff to figure out and learn, but I don't think you can do um, make it private or anything on Twitch.
Oh, well.
So it'll start being streamed there too when we do it when we do it live. Um, Walmart. I was going to look at stuff I get from Walmart, but actually I can just open Discord. I posted it in Discord, but they had a Horde Trooper, and it comes with the Horde bot, little Buzz bot, and they had those on clearance for $10, and then they had a Snake Man on clearance for $6. So I picked some of those up, and that was earlier this week.
That's not bad.
No, so there's some neat stuff out there. But yeah, the Black Friday deals specifically weren't very. That thing is like if you're not really looking for stuff, it's like, are you really going to be worried about whether or not you get something?
Probably not. No.
You know, I mean, you look and it's like, oh yeah, nothing really great. So, all right, let's.
StreamYard doesn't let you like record and
No,
then
it should be recording now. There, you can kind of see it.
oh
So,
wow.
Necroconda, $6, regularly $32, which I don't know if that's seems like a bit of a crazy price. But the armor and the weapons, I believe, all glow in the dark. And then you have the Horde Trooper Prime. So actually, I bought a couple of these because of the. Oh, we can zoom in. The little buzz bot
That does look pretty
hover
cool.
robot. So I wanted to get some of those for army building, so you can have He-Man, tear some of them up. So
That
I'm
does
probably
look
just
really
sell.
cool though.
Yeah, I'll probably just try to sell the other trooper for a few bucks and get some of it back. That one will look good whenever the State Mountain playset comes in.
That snake
Yeah,
guy I think I used to have as a kid.
they've released several of them, and actually, because here's why it goes back to this view. I do not like this view, but here's one I bought that needs to be taken out and put on the shelf with all of the other cartoon series. But
That looks cool.
the cartoon run of Master of the Universe stuff is really cool. So I really enjoyed looking at that stuff. But I mean, like I said, that was after the fact. I did try to get a couple Lego sets from Walmart. Those got canceled today. I
What
have
is
the
the
worst
sense
luck
of buying stuff?
at Walmart with their online sales. And the stupid thing is, like, they don't honor their online sales in the store, even if it's being shipped from the store. Like, I
That's
can go into
dumb.
the store, yeah, because I can go into the store, I can pick up the item, but they won't. They won't. I had an order last year get canceled. I went into the store, I found the item, and I was like, "Look, I bought this online. It got canceled. Can I get it for that price?" And they're like, "No." Like, why? And I saw it sitting in the store for probably at least 6 months, 6 9 months
That just makes
after
no
the
sense.
fact, and I was just like, "This is dumb." So I really don't care for their trying to buy this stuff from Walmart online. Unfortunately, a lot of times Walmart's, at least around here, aren't carrying the Masters of the Universe stuff or the Target that's in town over.
No, Target over here has horrible, horrible toys.
Is
The
that
the the
because
toys are just
they get picked over quickly, or it's just not good?
they're just not good. They're horrible toys. Like I go to Target right now and look, and they're really bad toys.
Well, not only they're bad toys, but now I mean you don't even get, there's hardly anything for games.
Oh yeah, there's nothing for games.
Quite sad. I mean, you'll find controllers and you'll find cards for, oh well, here's, you can buy your eShop point
You
card or your Xbox
you
card,
can't
or
like
you
when I
had
went
this
to Target,
card for a game.
I couldn't even find Pokemon cards. They weren't there. You have to go to the back of the store and you have to like say to the people, I'm like want Pokemon cards, and they will bring out like they'll show you a
They've got a
list of
tray
things.
or something, but that's because scalpers going in and grabbing everything, everything.
There, I have a feeling the prices are going to drop. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of theft because when I was going through stuff with eBay, I was talking to one of the people from eBay, and they said that now when you ship stuff, whoever it is, they're feeling the bag,
Oh yeah,
and if there's cardboard in the bag, they'll open it, they'll take whatever it is out, and then reseal it, and put it back in the mail carrier thing, and that's it. And there have been people online who have been complaining that they were getting one guy ordered like a card and stolen right out of the mail. They left the thing there. He opened it up. There was nothing in there.
Well, that's. I mean, the stuff like that has made me, um, like, I'd like to sell some of my Lego in particular, maybe some of the other stuff, but I'm like, I don't know if I really want to try to do it on eBay because eBay is horrible about their stuff.
Yeah,
Horrible.
it's. I normally will shop on eBay now for Japanese stuff because the Japanese prices are kind of good. Or I'll go on like websites like NIS America or a Bandai Namco, and that's it. Like I think Capcom has a store. I've never really checked to see if Capcom had a store, but that's all I'm really doing from now on. Or VGP, which is a Video Game Plus store
Mm,
that's in Canada, which they're very good by the way. So um checking Capcom now. Yeah, but Black Friday was garbage. I didn't shop. I didn't look. I didn't do anything. I didn't care. Um,
that's the thing is,
that was it.
they're just because I couldn't buy a bunch of games. I didn't do a ton of looking, and every time, like when I was looking at the digital sales for the sorry, not for the 360, but for the Xbox, I'd look at stuff and I was like, oh, that's kind of neat, but it wasn't prices I wanted to pay, so I just moved on. Now, if I hadn't been doing the challenge, I might have bought some stuff. Probably wouldn't have done anything with it. So
Um, I'm
that
looking
way,
up.
it saved me some money.
You know, this is what you have with Capcom. It's all digital version, digital version, digital version. That's it. And you look and here's, Monster Hunter stories. So you click on like systems and it gives you like systems. There's nothing here that'll take you to a website to pre-order any of this. It's all digital. I don't want digital. Here, Monster, I'm definitely getting it for the Switch 2 Premium Deluxe Edition, but the Premium Deluxe Edition is digital.
Yep.
I don't want digital.
So much of the stuff there isn't a physical copy anymore, and if there is, just
It's
I bet
becoming to the point
great.
where I'm either going to, Amazon to dump stuff or I don't do GameStop. I refuse GameStop. Yeah, I have it here. There's no digital anything for this. There's no like, oh, special deluxe edition. And what's crazy too is when I went to Best Buy to pick up Prime 4, they had 52 copies that nobody picked up.
Well, no one had picked up
Oh,
yet. Although you picked it
oh,
up the following day, didn't you?
no, I waited like 4 days after and
Oh,
picked
well,
it up.
yeah.
And Monster Hunter Stories is a game key card. I mean, I'll get it because I have 500 hours in Monster Hunter Stories too. So this I'll get, but I just it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like you can't, the amiibos have to be ordered through
We don't even need
uh
to get started on the price of amiibos.
they've gone up
They're
drastically.
ridiculous.
I mean, here's one guy trying to sell an amiibo of Monster Hunter because it's just the normal Monster Hunter Stories and he wants $200 for just the amiibo. So GameStop I won't do either. GameStop's garbage. I've
Yeah,
game
I've thought
GameStop
about
is
going into GameStop, but every time I go in there, I just feel kind of nauseous because it's such crap.
no do it. It says it right here, key card. So it kind of looks like they just want you just buy it digital. What the hell's the sense of having a physical game? And the key cards, aren't those the ones that are screwing everything up?
No, key cards, all it is a license to play the game, so you have to download it. That's it.
Uh, I'm definitely gonna get the amiibos for this because I have the amiibos for all the Monster Hunter games. But whatever. Yep, that's pretty much this I got on Amazon. I'm sorry, uh eBay. It was $30, but that was sealed, which was impressive. I was like, all right, whatever. I wanted Wild Hearts. It's Wild Hearts S. Um, that game is harder than Monster Hunter, but it's Koei Tecmo's failed Monster Hunter. The only reason why I got that is because it was like a sneak release that wasn't on the Switch too, and it was S because they wanted to push something for the Switch. So I think in later years to come, that game's going to be worth a lot of money, only for the fact that there is not a lot of them out there. It was an extremely low print. This one I bought because I'm just dumb.
It,
I
it could be a fun game.
it
There is a possibility.
it definitely could be a fun game. I'll load it up. I'll play. I was looking at that. Um, and then this, which is still sealed very nicely, that I just don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should just see if you can return it. Be like, you know what? I decided I don't care about this one, so it can
See,
go.
we did hype up videos over it, and we were talking about, "Ooh, this looks like a great game."
We
A lot of people are playing it, and a lot of people are enjoying it, but also a lot of people are 50-50.
well, a lot of the people that I've seen videos and stuff on, they're enjoying it, but they're like, it's not as good as the other Prime games.
The other Prime games were phenomenal.
Uh, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna take a lot for them to ever come up to um, what
What those games were.
what the original one was. The original one was
Well,
just so good, and I think part of the thing with the first one is that people didn't really have any or there was a lot of heavy expectations they had to beat, and because they were taking a 2D game and pushing it over to 3D, and it it was interesting.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but I will be
Yep.
right. Give me one sec.
All right.
You can take over now.
Yep. I'll do that. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. I haven't really picked up anything lately. I mean, I've been playing a lot of. I wish I had the case of Earth Defense Force 2025. That thing is just so fun. It's just a lot of fun, just shooting giant bugs, giant robots, things along those lines. Just taking care of business and not really worrying about it. The things are. I can't believe it did that. Um, but yeah, yep. That and Lego. As I guess since we're speaking of Lego, the Pirates of the Caribbean game, which I started that, played it, beat it. I'm guessing I got that in Games for Gold when Xbox was still actually, giving you games as opposed to just, um, now it's here's your basically a long-term rental. You get to keep it in your library if you quit subscribing to Game Pass, then it's you know, no good. It's gone. You don't have access to it anymore. So I think that's really unfortunate. We're definitely missing something with the when they went away from games with gold because the free games were nice. So that's how I got Earth Defense Force 2017 and 2025 digitally was through that. But you know, it's just unfortunate because even that, who knows when it's going to go. I had those have those games physically, but it's nice to have them digitally just for the convenience of being able to. I don't have to go and grab the disc, even though the discs are for the 360 are just right here next to me. I can just pop in and play it for a little bit and then make a little bit of progress. I'm almost to 95% completion with all the missions.
Wow. It's a game that's free. Well, not free. You have PlayStation Plus. You get all of them for free, and you could play them and stuff, and it's all digitally. So it's not really bad. Nintendo has a streaming service now. Sorry, PlayStation has a streaming service now where, like, if you have the PlayStation Portable, you you turn that on and you sign into your account, and you could stream games from that as long as you're on Wi-Fi. So they
Yeah,
have a load of games now that they're coming out with, like PSP and everything else. I did pick up one game, but it was Black Friday Japan. That doesn't count because Japan really doesn't have Black Friday. So I got it for a crazy deal on Black Friday, and I've wanted this one for a very long time.
Belgorega.
Yes.
Just because a country doesn't do that, they know America does. So I wouldn't put it past at least some stores to be like, oh, hey, we're going to run some sales on this day to try to cash in on some of the crazy Americans spending all their money.
He wanted 175 and I got him down to 100.
I wouldn't have paid either price.
No, well, I wouldn't pay 175 for it. No, but he was the cheapest on eBay. There are people in America that are selling this for 225. And I'm like, well, 225 is absolutely ridiculous.
But is
Um,
it actually selling for that price?
I don't know. I haven't looked. I've stopped looking at numbers and all that other stuff. I really could care less. Like this weekend, there's something over here called the Festival of Games at the Cradle of Aviation. I went to it about 3 years ago for 2021. I went to it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't really give a damn if I go to it or not. I don't. I don't care. I don't. It's like we talk about collections, we talk about picking up games and stuff like this. I think this is a good transition point, but I don't care really to go and buy games or look at stuff. Like most vendors around here now are pimping out Pokemon cards. And they're saying, hey, we want Pokemon cards. Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. Slab, slab, slabs. The retro store that I know over here, he's putting out Pokemon. He had some games that were out, like retro games. Nothing Genesis, nothing Super Nintendo, nothing 8 bit. It's all PS2, some PS3, and GameCube. That's it. And all new games and all Pokemon cards. Hey, all the Pokemon cards I have. And he's saying that the cards and everything else are kind of like floating his store or whatnot. Like he's looking for rare, rare, rare games. Like Rare Earth, Hyper Duel, while Steam Hearts, like all those like rare, rare, rare type of games. That's kind of what they want. They don't. It's not like where it's 2020, 2021, and the shovelware of Famicom games, or unless there's some of them like Hyper Area or Ghost Sweeper Makamiki, but that type of stuff there, they'll it's the more rare unseen stuff that they're really, really looking out. This is what I want, like right now, type of thing.
Yeah, I talked to the local game shop and was like, "How are things going? How what?" I asked him specifically about NES, and he's like, "It comes and it goes. Like there's times when they get stuff in and it goes really quick, and there's time when it sits for a while." Um,
I mean, hey, it's coming down to that where I feel NES isn't like people who have had NES don't really, they're done collecting games, they're done whatever it is, unless they want games like what Welsh was talking about. Oh, the Halloween this game, or they're like one-off games that people are now coming out with. Like let's say like a Halloween 1986 or some weird stuff like that. But I mean, really, who's gonna have an NES, pop the game into the NES, and play on the NES, now in our day, and like especially with the Mister, and like you have the Mister, you have like all these other games, but of course that NT, the analog NT, goes for stupid amount of
yeah,
money.
I'm
Like,
surprised they haven't done a second run of those
why though? Why is it going for so much?
because it's ease of use. You don't have to deal with the crappy 72 pin connector of the original NES. I mean, how much? I haven't looked, and I don't know when. When was? How much does an NES top loader go for?
325.
NES console. So I'm gonna. Oh my gosh. We go sold items. Just look for NES console, and then we'll look at top loaders.
I think it's about 325.
All right, let's jump over here. Oh, that doesn't automatically add it. Okay. This is the other thing with eBay. Why in the world is there a Sony PSP? I know they got NES over here, but it's like that's not what someone's looking for when they're looking for an NES console. So 178, that an NES Mini, yeah. 150, 150 with a couple controllers. So we'll say 150 for an original, which seems a lot. Let's see what the top loader comes out at too. 150, 100. So kind of surprising. I thought that it would have been more. That one was untested.
It I see them in like 220,
175, 175. So it's a little bit more than a regular NES.
325 for a top loader AV mod plus LED mod.
Let's
What
see
is
that
an LED? What is an LED mod?
analog. What was it? Analog. Uh,
Oh, I see, I see. So
NT.
an LED, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
An LED mod is the power button turns on.
Or
They're
they've
they're
got LEDs that'll flash and stuff on it. Yeah, that just seems
yeah, it's
crazy. There's one 1300 brand new, 700. Oh, well, it's with two controllers. Ooh, 580,000.
that's
Oh, that's a super NT.
this guy wants $200 for a top loading
Now these
NES.
were so that's a super NT, but the regular NT 1300 sealed. Do they even let you do? I don't want the super.
I mean, this guy has a Nintendo NES top loader, bundle console.
There's a
I
thousand, a thousand. That is crazy.
it's a lot of money. It's
There's one
insane.
600.
It's insane. No, you probably that's cheap. You won't find it for less than, I'm telling you, like $600.
There's
The high
800.
they're a lot of money.
1100. That one's weird because it's the same picture.
They do that a lot now. You'll find that on eBay.
1100, 1300, 1000. I mean, maybe they have multiples of them. Who knows? But yeah, that's a ridiculous price for a console. It's like, why don't you just get a Mister? What is the Analog Mega SG?
Yeah,
Just for
analog Mega
curiosity,
SG.
that's
I'm
surprising.
telling you,
770 for the Mega with the adapters for 770
right, but
new.
you're looking at this now, which is like 500, $600, right? If you
Yep.
look at the analog duo, the price is only about 300 bucks. So that shows you, do people really give a damn about turbo and about PCE?
Well, isn't
And
can't you buy the Analog Duo from Analog right now?
I don't know. It's a very good question to ask. I have no idea.
I'll go look really quick. Uh, the products, and then there's the N64 Pocket.
I have the pocket.
What is that? Oh, there's the Duo available. Yeah, you can buy it now from them.
Oh, you can buy the duo from them.
Uh, 3D. Oh, they just announced the different colors, so you can pay an extra $30 to get it in a different shell.
Oh, okay.
Holy cow, they've got several of them.
A lot of people were saying, I mean, it's a lot of money for just crappy games on an N64.
Yeah. Well,
That's what I want.
some people absolutely love it. See, I could 250 get one of those. I could sell my TurboGrafx 16 and all the games, and then just use the EverDrive. It's not
I do
too.
want. I am gonna get that.
You need to get a Duo.
I am
Yeah,
gonna get it too.
I'm not worried about getting a Duo. I don't think.
When
I
you
still got to
have,
figure out if I'm going to sell TurboGrafx 16,
don't get started
but
on that.
it's 250. I know you want it. If I
I
decide to
do.
actually get rid of it,
I think since I'm heavily invested in
oh
PC Engine and PC ECD and Turbo itself, having over 200 games for the systems in general, I oh, no, not 200. It's last time I checked, I think it was about 125 and 130. Let's be realistic. Let's keep myself, straight here. Well, 125, 130. Um, but a lot of them are shmups, and a lot of them are like action games that are good. So honestly, yes, it would make sense for me to get a Turbo Duo. Um, with that being with that being said, it's like, well, do you need a Turbo Duo because you have the Mister? Yes, because the Turbo Duo I would like to play my physical games on. I spent a lot of time curating those games, picking out the games I wanted. Um, you know, specific, like very, very specific games and such. I had my friend running around Japan, looking for games. There's the Soldier series, the three games themselves. I got because the guy next to him got picked up by the police for drugs, and he had PC Engine games. So my friend climbed the balcony into the other apartment after like 5 or 6 days. The guys true story, guy didn't come back. When you get picked up for drugs in Japan, it's kind of serious, and especially like methamphetamines and cocaine and all that. And he he went over to the other, you know, and he picked up a bunch of games for me, and I bought a bunch of games off of him. And it just, He was moving from one apartment to another. He was going to Osaka and stuff. I was like, whatever, just do it. But I mean, it took me a very long time to curate a lot of those games and a lot of the games I had since I was a kid. So for me, the Turbo Duo would be a smart idea. I have a lot. I mean, like I have the two handhelds for PC Engine. Um,
Ooh.
I have the Duo. I had the Duo R. So the analog Duo, I kind of feel like would be a smarter idea. And another thing too for the analog Duo, you don't need the arcade cards, key cards, kind of their
Hmm.
equivalent to Sega Saturn's RAM card. You don't need them to play Sapphire or Facet Armor or Rennie Blaster. You just pop the CD in and it just plays automatically, updated quality. I'm like, okay, I'll look into this. I did play the Mister over the weekend a lot, and I did run PC Engine on it mostly. And I said to myself, I would rather play uh, on the analog. So I think the analog I would definitely buy. I would like to have that in my collection. I also uh, procured Nintendo for the Virtual Boy stuff that's going to be coming out, and it does come with a memory card. Um, Another good feature about all the duos, I don't know if you knew this about your Mega, but you can hack them and load ROMs onto them,
Yep.
which is phenomenal. I think that's
Yeah, you can get
amazing.
to play all the games easily on them. But I mean, I have an EverDrive for the Genesis and for the Master System. So if I want to play either of those on the Mega, I can. But I've got a good chunk of games, so
I think it's.
I don't hardly use the EverDrives. The EverDrives are actually sitting up on the shelf right there. So
I found my Game Boy Advance EverDrive in the drawer today, and I said, "Oh, look at this! I have this," and I have the analog Pocket that I use a lot, and I was like, "Oh, I have the EverDrive for this, so I have to figure out how to work that in." The analog Pocket is great with Open FPGA on it. It's solid. It really is a solid system.
yeah,
So
I wondered about getting one just because then it'll play Game Gear and then the Game Boy games. But I'd have to get the dock. And the thing is, like, well, why would I get that when I've got the analog Mega SG and the adapter for the Game Gear, and then I've got a Game Boy player for the GameCube, which still lets me play my Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on a bigger screen, which is why I'd get a Pocket and I have to get the dock and the adapters. It's like, I could probably just save the money and not
well,
really worry about it.
here's the smart decision: is you trade me your turbo for my Pocket, and then you take all the other extra X, Y, and Z to get to one, sell that all off, make money off of that, and have the Pocket to play everything on. I just gave you the best
But
business
but
idea of them all.
the Pocket doesn't play Genesis games, so actually it wouldn't eliminate anything.
It plays Game Gear and other stuff because I have the adapters, and it's Open FPGA, which is the
So
same
is the
thing as the
analog
analog.
Mega.
Right, but you can get rid of that, and then you would have a smaller
No,
system,
but it won't
and I
play
have a
Genesis
dock.
games.
Huh?
The Pocket doesn't play Genesis games.
Yes, it does.
Sega Genesis games.
It Not physical cards. You load them onto the Pocket. It's
I'm
FPGA.
talking physical cards.
No, it doesn't play physical, but it's FPGA, which is as close you're gonna get, which is the
But I've
same
got
thing
the
the
analog.
analogs
I've
do.
got the analog Mega. So why do I need the Pocket?
But is the analog Mega FPGA or is it?
It's from analog. They're all anything analog makes is FPGA.
Oh, so then you see, there you go. You could load. You
I can
could now
load
here's
whatever I
here.
want on that. Yeah.
You could get a connector and load your cartridges onto ROM and then dump them onto the Pocket. So you'd
If
be
I was
making a lot more money in the long run for this.
now, It seems
Mm.
like extra steps to get something I don't really. So one more thing I'm not going to really use.
I think you would use the Pocket. It's with the dock. The dock is super portable. Super portable.
But
It's
see,
crazy.
portability doesn't matter to me
Well, you
because
could
I
put
set it and I leave it there.
yeah, but let's say you wanted to go downstairs and play or whatever. It's stupid poor. And you can hook up like um I actually crazy enough, I had 3 wireless um controllers hooked up to it. I had 1 wired and I think like 2 wireless controllers hooked up to it like that with dongles on
Why?
it for Smash Bros.
Ah,
It was nuts.
Smash Brothers is overrated.
Yeah, I know it wasn't. I was just testing it out, but it's
So
I
you played against yourself with 3 controllers?
I played against me and the 2 kids
Okay.
with that.
So you stomped them.
Oh no, they beat me really bad. I'm horrible at Smash. I'm the worst Smash player in the world.
That's, that's one of the reasons. Like the first time I played Smash on the N64. Didn't realize I had it on. I think it was the hardest difficulty, or the second hardest difficulty, and I beat it. And I was like, oh,
Well,
yep. I was like, oh, I'm done. I don't
some
need this game anymore. And got rid of it.
like some games I'll play on it because I have the physical Game Boy Advance carts. Those are the only games I care about. Like Riviera, The Promised Land, I have physically, and I'll play physically that, or the Dungeons and Dragons game. I'll play that physically for Game Boy um, on the Pocket. But really, I mean, I have the physical cards and stuff. To me, it's like I have the physical cards. I have them. It's great. I could play all of that handheld stuff on the Mister. I've really, really kicked around the idea of buying a um, newly designed Game Boy Advance, and I said, why would like I rarely play the Switch? Why would I want a Game Boy Advance only to sit there and burn money? And I've just said nope. So and that was it.
Well, what you do is you take the Game Boy Advance, you set it on the back of the water closet, toilet, commode, whatever you want to call it. And then whenever you go in to do your business, you play a game for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when you're done, you leave.
I don't know. I was looking at like thing, like that, or it's what do you it's like not nostalgia, but it's whatever that word is that I'm thinking of. Oh,
Oh, that one.
it's not convenience. It's just like, hey, I have it, like I bought it, I'm gonna use it, like whatever it is, and it just sits there, and that's it.
It's shelf candy
Pretty much. I mean,
or eye candy, depending on how you want to look at it.
I mean, yeah, that sits there on the shelf. I dust it every week because it gets all dust all over it, and that's it. Thank God it's in a plastic case. Sometimes I even forget I have it. That was it. I mean, you know, but that's the yeah, it just sits there. I have it. Yay. Whatever. It's an accomplishment. But I mean, those things are okay. Like you think of them at first, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna buy this, and then you never kind of really play it, or you play it and you really don't follow through with playing it, so it becomes garbage. I guess like you just don't use it. There's a guy I follow on Instagram. He's in Australia, and he has every N64 system that came out, like the Donkey Kong Special System, all the Europe edition, all all the Australian edition. He has them all the colors, controllers, everything. I'm like, when it comes down to it, I guess the old saying is like, how many systems do you need to play just one game?
Um, well, that one's easy. You just need one.
Yeah, so it's like I don't. I mean, it is. If I like, if I do get a bigger room, I probably will be like, I'll have a lot more stuff hooked up, way more stuff hooked up. But we all buy stuff, we all regret it too. That's the whole thing of collecting. I bought the
Some
uh,
buyer's remorse comes in with it.
Do you have buyer's remorse for buying the Nintendo thing in the background, the furniture?
No, I think it's cool. I wish I had a better place to display it. Or I wouldn't mind if I sold it. It wouldn't. I don't think I'd miss it that much. Um, but I mean, at the moment, it's holding Rob. There's a couple books on it. Um,
Mine holds
so
my Teddy Ruxpin and the spiders that live in it.
you might need to take the Teddy Ruxpin and stick it in a bag for a couple weeks. Then
Yeah, I'm just gonna, you
kill the
know,
spiders.
I mean, I don't know, I'm gonna clean all that up, but it's just, when you look at everything we have in general, I mean, do you really need it? I mean, do you?
None of this is a need. None of it. It's just a want, something to occupy some time.
Like oh, what was it? I was on a call and I turn my camera on at people because if it's not the jungle that I have in the background, it's all this other stuff that I have, and the conversation of this came up. You talk about
That is freaky looking.
it is, but you talk about collecting and you talk about having just weird stuff or whatever it is, and this is the enemy or the main guy from Lunar Silver Star Story. So I'm a huge working design fan. This came up, guy saw it, was like, "Oh my god, you have that! I remember that as a kid." That kind of snowballed into a whole huge conversation. Me showing like my working design stuff, but you don't like this type of stuff. I guess is really cool to collect because you don't see that, and in the games, like the games in hard acrylic that are in like mint condition with this. So it's kind of like something you don't really see. That stuff is cool. But I mean, going out and buying a Game Boy Advance that's just new and has fancy bells and whistles on it just really doesn't. I thought about it for a lot of time and I just didn't care. I mean, your Ace Combat thing that you bought, do you regret buying that?
Nope. I wanted the controller. I like having the odd, weird controllers because they're kind of neat. And I
So
actually pulled it out
Italian.
of the box earlier this week. No, it wasn't earlier this week. It was last week. I think it was a week ago. And um, plugged it in, played around with it, um, had some fun with it. I've just got to get a better setup for using it because it's got two. You've got two bases,
Yeah.
one for the throttle and one for the joystick. And I'll need to go through the training. I just jumped into a match, um, or into the first mission. But it's cool because you crank it up and you can see the the exhaust open up and you start going
Oh,
faster. And you pull back
wow.
and you slow down, and so it's cool. I think Ace Combat's a really cool game. It's just I haven't put a bunch of time into it. But again, I just like the crazy controllers. So
I've been
I
I've been
traded
meaning
for that. I'd much rather have that than a bunch of the games that I got rid of.
that you're never gonna play.
Yeah.
I mean, I have sitting in my bag, um, 2 Atari Lynx, 1 old, 1 new, uh, 17 games, half of them are boxed, 3 of them are sealed, and systems are in excellent condition, recapped, new speakers, working great. Nobody wants them. It's a very Atari Lynx is a super niche type of thing. Do I regret buying them? No, I thought it was cool. I bought them at the time. I'm not going to regret that. But why am I trying to get rid of them? Because I want new stuff. I want
Hmm.
different stuff to come in. And I know if I go to the store, he's going to ask about Dinosaur Peak. That's going to cause a whole bunch of other issues. So I just keep to myself and not care. Unless I find an honest store to try to clean up stuff. And then I said to myself, you know what? If I move and I get a bigger room and I want to, like you were talking about 3D printing, and I want to
Mhm.
3D print stands, I could 3D print stands for the Atari links and display them. Yeah,
Stands.
stands.
These are for Master of the Universe figures, but I've also done
Wow.
Robotnik, and I don't have
Uh,
any
How
here,
long
but
did that
I've
take you to
done
make?
stands for games. Do what make?
The Robotnik. How long did that take you to make?
I think it's 2 or 3 hours, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know. It's been a while since I printed one, but I printed. Was it last weekend? I printed this guy, um, but I was in a hurry, so I didn't pay that much attention to the. I
Oh,
forget who he's
wow.
supposed to be, but pretty decent detail. But he had supports all around him, and so in the you know broke him
Oh,
apart into
came
several
apart.
pieces, trying to get the supports off. So I need to reslice it and switch up how I'm messing with it.
Looks like Ultraman.
Now it's some. Let me see if I can find the file. But hopefully, that searching for an STL will find it. Metal Bomber. It might be a Mega
Oh, Metal
Man.
Bomberman.
So,
Yeah.
but then I designed a pop holder that you can fit any norm should fit any normal sized pop underneath it, so you could stack another pop on top of it.
That's some when I went to that convention and speak to people, that's a lot of stuff people are regretting is buying pops.
I don't see. I don't think I didn't go crazy with them, and my daughter's been thinning out her collection over the last 2 or 3 years. I know we went to Southern Fried Gaming Expo this past summer. We took up 2 boxes, and I mean they were good sized boxes. And she traded for some other, and well, she wasn't there, but we took them in and traded them with a pop shop, um, and got her some cash and got her some of the, I think it was the Jurassic World pops that she was looking for. We got her
Did
some
you
of
get the
those.
big plastic one?
I don't know.
I have that one.
I'm not sure which one that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna when I get more room, I'm gonna try to display all of this and go from there. A lot of stuff I have, but it's I mean it is, it's amiibos take up space. Amiibos take up way too much space. Um
Yeah, I've got a couple boxes of amiibos. I got boxes of. Oh, we've got quite a few Skylanders because that seems to be the one that the Munchkin really enjoys.
I think that's a great game to play, Skylanders. I think that's worth it.
I would
Most
love for them to release like a set that had all the games, but they had it so you could fast forward through some of the just chitter chatter that they do. Just blah blah
do
blah
you,
blah blah blah.
do you think they would?
Microsoft owns it now
Oh,
because they
Microsoft
own Activision.
owns Skylanders? Oh,
Microsoft
they'll do that.
an
Microsoft
Activision
does what
product. So, or even if all they did was re-release the games and like, all right, we're gonna make it so you can just choose any of the characters that you want to use.
I I do have. I mean, we talk about buying regrets and stuff. I do have a regret buying the bastard that's in the tank over there. I'll 100%. He's nasty, nasty, nasty bastard. But I mean, whatever. It's a blue tongue skink. I was like, yeah, this guy's great. I held him in my hand. He was cool. Everything like this, and then just kept on hissing at me and like like really just, you know, when I sat there and my kid came in and said, "Why did you buy him?" I said, "He's really cool looking. He's awesome. He's supposed to be like a dog, but I should have bought a beer dragon instead." So yeah, it's reptiles, you know, video games, toys, pops. This normally now is when um people have regrets of buying things throughout the year. And this is about the time that we kind of will see people, you know, regret. They'll look around and, you know, you talk about spring cleaning. I know a lot of people that clean in January because what they'll do is they'll go through the house and it's a new year and they will reassess everything and throw stuff out, throw a lot of stuff out. They reassess, you know, kind of like that. Uh, I mean, you know, it all comes with collecting and I mean, you probably have stuff that you've regret that you've bought, right? You have to. There has to be something.
I've gotten rid of stuff that a lot of that I had. It's that's not really, I don't know, regret, but you're just like, that's cool, but it just doesn't match or fit in with the collection anymore.
Yeah.
Um, or you decide, oh, you know what, I'm not really going to collect those. Um, was it 3 years ago? What was it? There was some TMNT figures that came out, um, action something or other, and there were 15, $20 each, and I started collecting those. So I got the four turtles, and I got Shredder, and then it got difficult to find some of the other stuff. I was like, I don't really collect turtles,
Uh,
so it's like, oh, that was kind of silly. I don't need them, so they're in a spot to get sold at some point. Um, but it was fun hunting them down and stuff at the time. But I just got to the part where I couldn't find them, and it was like I just didn't want to pay what they're going for online. It's like, you know, I just don't need them anymore. Um, trying to think of something that I'm just like, man, I really wish I didn't buy that. Um, I can't really. I I guess one thing would be, um, and I mean it goes for Lego and um, some of the game stuff. Like I wish I had been more selective on what I bought and
oh,
been
I
more
see.
honest with
Yeah.
myself, in particular with the Lego, like or even the games. Like, what am I going to have time? What games am I going to have, or Lego set am I going to have time to put together or play? Like that kind of stuff. Because now I've got um, a bunch of games that I don't have time to play. Then I got Lego sets I don't have time to put together, and now some of those Lego sets are worth more than they were originally. It's like, well, now I don't really like the idea of opening it because I don't have the time to put it together as it is. So maybe I need to look at trying to sell it.
Are Legos worth that much money?
Yeah, some of them. Um, I know I've got a set of four old Lego castle sets that the four of them together should be four or 500, I think.
The yellow one?
No,
The original?
I have no idea about that one. But there was a Lego. There was four little boxes that came out, and there were Lego Knights Chrome, and each box had its own set of had a piece of Chrome, and together, if you had
What?
all four of those
Really?
sets, you could have a Chrome Knight.
Now I know Legos is with you and your wife because you did. I mean, like, oh, what was that? The ghost stuff. I think it was the ghost stuff or something.
Fright Knights.
Fright Nights. Yeah, you did that with with her, and you started collecting Fright Nights and stuff. So I
Yep.
mean, there's definitely that's the problem with me is I have the Legos. My father bought them, and I played with them, but I destroyed them. And he would build them at the we oddly enough we had this discussion yesterday because there's a kitchen table, there's a dining room table at my father's that we don't like. I said to my wife, I want to bring it with us when we move, and um, I remember him sitting there on my birthdays building. Remember the oil tankers for Legos that they actually float because the boat was made out of like plastic and the whole thing, the
Yeah,
boat. Just, I have those,
it was a solid
and
piece.
I remember him putting them all together, and I would destroy them, blow them up with like fireworks or whatever it is or something, like that, and just I don't have an attachment to Legos. I don't have an attachment to turtles, and God knows how much turtle toys I had, and Ghostbusters. I have a Ghostbusters firehouse. I don't care to. I don't care. I don't toys. I If you said to me about Aliens versus Predator, I'd be like, okay, yeah, those toys were pretty cool. Or Godzilla toys from Bandai Namco back in the '90s. Yes, that's Godzilla. We're not gonna, yes, that's cool. But I, turtles, I don't know. I don't. I would rather have a creepy crawler set with the metal plates and make the plastic creepy crawlers than I would a turtle, like a
They were
turtle play
gummies.
set and stuff.
They were
I
gummies.
loved the creepy crawler was nuts. I think it was. I think it was more because I was like really
They were
into
just
video
cool.
games. They were very cool, where you would heat them up with the light. I was very, very much into video games, a lot into video games growing up, and I kind of just said to myself, I am good with video games. I think they're excellent. Um, and I just went all in with video games.
See, and I've gone through phases of different, um, like
Different games and
different.
such.
Well, going from games to Lego to cards to just like my collections of, like, I was focusing on this, and I still kept an eye out for some of these other stuff. Like I'm always keeping an eye out for a good price for Muscle Men, but
Uh,
I'm not like actively online all the time searching for them or anything. It's just when I'm out and about, I keep an eye out for them. It's like, okay, how much are they? No, too much. Um,
Mine's
but
Monster in
here's
my pocket.
yeah, I've
Those
got
are
I've got some of those. But so here's a set of the three of those.
wow.
There's a fourth one that is the crown that wasn't not in this set, and whatever the best offer was, they were asking 450. So even if they took $50 off, well, that was 400 bucks for those three boxes.
You have those sealed?
Yeah, I bought
Damn.
them, and I put them up on the shelf, and like, oh, I'll get around to putting them together someday, and well, that day hasn't happened yet.
That
Let's see.
that I've and man, like you're telling me this, and I had the tree adventure stuff from Legos, um the forest guys and the castles, and I never knew that existed. That's wild. Wow.
So I don't know if I hit something wrong, but so here's the helmet, and that sold for $190.
That is amazing.
But that's the
He's riding
fourth
the
one.
dragon.
So yeah, like it's about $500 for those four sets. Granted, those sets are you know 20-25 years old,
Wow.
um, and for those four that were probably $10, $5-10 when they first came out, they're a little bit more expensive now.
Man, imagine taking him, putting him with the shield, the sword, the armor, and the helmet, riding the dragon. Now that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
The
You
thing is,
have
you can
that
get
too?
you can get all of the pieces separately. I believe there's like nothing um, really special about any of those pieces individually. It's just they're in those sets. So if they're sealed, they're worth a lot more.
That is so cool. Wow. Man. Talk
And
about
then
that. Wow.
so I have a set of these guys. They're
Oh,
original
Bionicles.
Bionicle.
My father has all of them.
Yeah, I've got all of them, and they're actually sitting in their canisters over there. That I don't regret buying them, but I'm also ready now to let them go. So I need to get it together and sell them. And so, $330 with the canisters. Um,
Man.
I think they came with these little posters. I think I have all of them except
Yes,
one.
they did come with the posters. Did you open
Um,
them up and build them?
oh yeah, I mean I've got. Let me go grab. Like I don't have the figures. I put the figures back in the cases or in the canisters. Actually, they're built.
Oh, so the figures fit in the canisters.
Yeah, because like this is how they showed up on the island of Matanui. But this one I had to take it apart to get it to fit in the canister. But you know, there it is. There's the mask. I've got a couple
That's
mask
so cool.
holders. See, there's a little poster. We put it back in the canister and close it up. It's self-contained. And then they came. There was the bad guys,
Oh, jeez.
and you're supposed to like. They're supposed to have rubber bands on them, but the rubber bands have since dry rotted.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
supposed to try to knock off the mask on the other one. And again, like I don't regret buying them. I had lots of fun collecting them and finding them, and I don't even know if at the time I would say collecting them. I was, buying them to build and display. I wish I could find a picture of my setup after Print and I got married. I had a bunch of the little metal wireframe cubes, and I had them in one of the rooms and on one of the walls in the apartment that we lived in. And I had that stuff just slammed full of just different stuff. At that point, I wasn't collecting really heavily collecting anything, but I had collected stuff over the years. So I'd pick up stuff here and there that was a good deal.
Oh, like odds and ends and stuff like that.
Yep. Well, you go to was it KB Toys Liquidators, and that place was awesome. You'd find so
Yeah.
much cool stuff for a good price. And
KB Toys was great.
well, no, Liquidators
Oh,
was even
when they were
we
liquidating
were
KB
liquidating
Toys.
stuff, and so they had stuff that was everything in there was generally a pretty good deal if it's something that you were looking for.
I wanted that. I still do want that. I want to buy that,
That
but
that what
I sent you the link in the private chat to move over.
you want me to pull this up?
Yeah. There was a place called Red's near where I was, Red's Toys. He had an awesome like it was a warehouse just full of crap and that was in there. It was nuts. And basically he had this and I wanted this really bad. I've always been into the ocean. I mean both my arms and my chest and back were all covered with like ocean tattoos and stuff. And I really loved the ocean. I wanted this really badly and it was like $10 or something like that. But my mother never got it for me. And being like older now, having older people money, I mean $3. Wow.
Yeah, five
um
374.
talk about inflation. And yeah, I just thought it was the coolest thing, and we had a pool, and I wanted to have him dive in the pool and stuff. But yeah, just things you regret not getting. I mean,
You wish you would have been able to get at the time, or you
eh,
wish you would have thought about trying to buy it, 10 years ago before everyone else was
I
looking
don't even
for it.
think.
And
I mean, I don't even think there's a demand for this or whatever. I haven't.
um, there's obviously a demand because I'm pretty sure they didn't pull that price out of thin air.
Well, I
And
mean, I
even if
could
they
buy them all
did,
separately.
like, but would you pay that
No,
for that?
no, no. I would buy them all separately or something. I mean, 149. He
But
would
you're not
really
worried
have.
about having it in the box.
Yeah, I'm not worried really about having it in the
Okay.
box. My father has GI Joes, and when I say he has GI Joes, he has yeah, the uh opposable hands and appendages that all move. The old GI Joes. I think he has like 22 of them, 23 of them. Oh, there's Welsh, like 22 or 23 of them. He's in the comments. So now my
So,
thing.
well,
Oh, what is it? My new collecting thing would probably be what I want to collect moving like in the new year. Um, the Godzillas from the 90s that they came out with. Those are the big things I'm kind of like trying to look at. I think they were who made them? It was Toho. I know that. I forgot who it was that Trendmasters. Trendmasters put them out. Trendmasters Godzilla. That's really what I think I'm going to start wanting to kind of push. I mean, there's a full set of them with like Godzilla, Rodan, everyone. Guy was like 550 for them. I would never pay. Yeah, I would never pay that. But you got to look and see. Like as your video game collection, you have everything you want. Your video game collection, kind of. You look for other stuff to collect.
hmm well, I mean, you collect one thing generally for, you're collecting for a system or a genre or whatever. And then when you get close to completing it, you start looking at other stuff. And that's how it snowballs. I mean, that's how I got into the Mark III and the SG-1000 and stuff. But here's one that I'd love to get, but there's no way I'm paying anywhere near that price. I've
Oh
got
my god.
so I've got this castle, but I think it's missing both of these toppers. It doesn't have any of this. I don't think it has these standouts over here, but I didn't pay anywhere near that price that
That's
they're asking for it.
insane. What is this?
This is Arco, the Other World.
I've never heard of that.
So let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
I
So
wonder. That's crazy.
so I went and I picked up little things here and there. So like here's a card for a set of the figures. Let's see, you can see Ronin, Zips or Jips, yep, and Krina. But then on the back, see, this is like the old comic because there was no storyline, at least not that I know of, that went with them. But you got all the different characters.
Can I can I ask you
No,
what's what's your white whale of collecting? And I think about let me go
so
take this dog. Just think about it for like 5 minutes while I just
well,
go
really quickly,
yelp
what do
this
you mean
dog.
by white whale? The one thing that I'd really like to get, but I'll never get because it's too
What's
costly, or
yes, what's like a genre that you want to collect that you want? And I know what mine is, but you probably know what mine is. But what is your like white? Well, give me like a minute, real quick.
All right. Well, while he's off, we'll just look at this little thing. Can I pull this over? No. Um, we'll just look at this thing. And actually, until just now, I didn't know that this thing came with anything like that. I knew there was some wood pieces somewhere. You see, he's showing where it's okay. Okay, this is supposed to clip into the back of the castle. So some of these things are showing some of the tabs and stuff busted off. It doesn't have a like that wooden thing is supposed to come into the back over here. See, this is something I'm like, okay, get some 3D scans of that, and then just 3D print replacement parts. Not original, but it'd still be cool to have it like that, because like a lot of these little and these clear things glowed in the dark. So these little things were really cool. And so because like I have this castle, like I said, it's got the skull, it's got the frog, the eyes. There's actually two teeth here and here that come out of it, and all these little holes or dots are where some of these, I don't know, thorns or whatever you'd like to call them, should be sticking out. But again, I think it'd be awesome to get some of this stuff, scan it with a 3D scanner, and make files so you could 3D print it.
Wow.
Yeah, and like my skull is missing both of these stickers, which is just they're just dark stickers, black stickers, so it's not really any big deal. But you know, this thing glows in the dark. Those eyes glow in the dark.
Toy collecting scares you.
There's nothing to be scared of. It's just you got to know and learn about whatever it is that you want to collect. Now, see, this one has a trap door jaw thing for the frog, and then you
That
can tell
one's
it's
in
got all
better
the
condition.
but see, it's missing the other
Tower.
top and
No.
this little wooden base that goes in the back of it. And then here's some of the little figures.
What is Arco the Other World?
Arco is who it's made by, and then it's just called the Other World.
Is this something like you and your brother
Mm-mm.
watched?
This is something that I got a set, I think, shortly before we moved. And I'm trying to see, like,
And you just
sometimes
fell in love with it?
it's just, I was very young when I got it, but it's like one of my first childhood memories is actually getting a set with this dragon right here.
Do you still have the dragon?
I bought another one, but I did not have one. Wonder if that's a knockoff, because that's not what he's supposed to be green.
I've never heard of any of this before in
Oh,
my
so
life.
here's the castle in box.
Holy hell! Wow.
It's only I didn't see what it was in U.S. dollars, but see that little thing is supposed to go stand up in the back of it, and you can have them stand up and fighting.
You're not sharing that screen. We see that just the regular.
Oh, what is it? Oh, share this tab instead. Thank you.
Wow.
But see, there's plugs into the back of that.
Did this even come out in the United States?
Yeah. But these guys were all rubbery, but they had wires in them so that they were posable.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and I mean, like this would be one of the best, most awesome things I could have for my collection that I wanted for toys, just because of the memories I have of it as from being a kid. And I don't like the box would be really cool to have, but I think I'd be fine with like a reproduction box. as well. I mean, that one's even got the instructions. It's got stickers that haven't been used. Oh wow, yeah, this thing's
Yeah.
probably basically new open box.
Or they never used it and the tape just faded away.
That's what I'm saying. New open box.
Yeah.
Um, trying to see if I can find the set that I think I got when I was a kid.
So is that your like white whale?
No, well for toys it kind of is. Um,
What about for video games?
now there's a playmat.
Jeez, look at this. The other world. I've never seen any of
Like
this.
I've seen some of the figures and stuff at different various shows, and like if they were a good price, I'd pick them up even if I had doubles of them. But usually they're not worth it. Like these guys, I think I've found them for like $5 a piece before, and I've picked a couple up, but not very frequent. The other that's Frog Cuda. Like I said, the guy wasn't the right color. Um, trying to see if I can find that box that I had.
I've never heard of this.
I think it was this one.
Do you still have it?
I mean, I have some of the figures and stuff, but I think it's this one because these I had these two guys, and I had them. I don't remember, but maybe I had two of the smaller sets or something. I don't know. Um, but it's just neat because like there's nothing other than your imagination and the little tidbits they had on the back of the boxes and stuff that like tell you what's going on.
Yeah, you run wild with it. That box is in pristine condition.
Mm-hmm.
So what if
There's the
that's
princess.
your let's see, if that's
That's not
your
my white whale. I think like the one thing I'd really like to get for the collection would be a Sega Master System kiosk.
so that like that's your big toy wise it would be that, but then
The
for video
castle.
games it would be the kiosk.
Yeah. Because I think
Uh
that's like one of the things that I need to like really round out the Master System collection.
that would be nuts. I think
But
for
they go for way too much. It's like they're not worth it.
it's not
Like I've
for
seen one recently. I think the guy wanted 13,000 or 14,000 for it.
fuck
And
how
I'm like, nope,
ridiculous.
it's
So
rare, but
for toys for me, what do you think it would be?
for toys,
For me,
uh,
just
man, it just makes me think of like Castlevania stuff. But I'm trying to think, or Zoids,
Zoids are
or,
cool.
I think they're making Zoids again.
They might be. I think I saw that. Dino Riders.
Oh, it'd be something with Dino Riders.
It would be that damn T Rex. I have been wanting. It was Toys R Us. Yeah, and it's crazy how even remember down to the smells. They were fixing the asphalt outside in the parking lot of Toys R Us. And it was like 88 or 89. And I remember the smell of asphalt through Toys R Us. And I remember all like the steel type of shells that they used to have in Toys R Us. And they were like that oddly beige color with all the toys on them. And I remember running to the back, and I remember it being at the bottom level was that Dino Riders T Rex. And I wanted that damn thing so bad. And I remember it. And what did I get? I got the pterodactyl. But I wanted that T Rex in the worst way possible. That thing has been I cannot like they have the Triceratops for 250. Okay, that to me is a little bit, reasonable. Comes with the box, everything great condition. But $4,000 for the T Rex and a store display, you can shove it because I don't. I'm not going to spend.
I want it, but I'm not crazy.
Yeah, I'm not like. Yeah, there's no like. I'm not gonna drop that, $12,000 on on like the T Rex with the figures with everything unbroken. And the craziest thing about it is that the T Rex is the same T Rex from the Smithsonian. And whoever it was, Tycho, dad little podcast went over this. Tycho sold the rights to the T Rex to the Smithsonian, and the Smithsonian started putting out T Rexes that were the same as Dino Riders because Dino Riders was failing. So you can go buy it, Smithsonian T Rex, and it is the exact same T Rex from Dino Riders. So I just that toy wise, that would be that damn T Rex. Video game wise, um, I don't. More than likely, probably a Saturn kiosk, and
You're
I
just saying that
don't.
because I said a Master System kiosk.
I just either that or just. I mean, right here, Sega Saturn Sonic the Hedgehog kiosk demo unit, 1994, $14,000. Hell, I'll provide my own Saturn, my own screen, my own everything. You know,
You just
for
need the box.
but if you look at the guy who's selling it, he has like a pristine collection because it's just, you know, where did these people get these kiosks from? How do they get like just
The old ones, they just come across them. They're sitting in a warehouse or sitting in, just sitting somewhere.
I don't know. Uh I mean, the Virtual Boy kiosk is very cool.
Yeah, but I wouldn't pay what the guy was asking for it at Southeast Game Exchange.
Now he can lug that around until he gets a hernia. But I mean, no one's gonna be buying that thing. I'm telling you, no one's gonna buy that. Here, so the giant size Nintendos of Japan, which is super super cool. Um, you know, $25,000, and this guy has it in San Antonio, Texas. So here's something that's interesting. Oh wow, look at this. A Virtual Boy.
You can drop a link in the so I can pull it up. I'll see what
What
you're looking at.
the giant Game Boy. I don't think anyone's ever seen giant Game Boys, but here, Welsh, this is, you know, Virtual Boy kiosk unit, White Whale look. No.
Oh, excuse me. Oh
Oh damn,
man,
this guy's got an actual Virtual Boy kiosk, and he only wants $1,000 for it. The lights just went off.
blowing things up.
I might look at this. That is crazy. That's just that for
That's cool.
and your game appears on the
Yeah, on the screen. I think I think one of the stores that we went to, probably Toys R Us, had something like that. If it wasn't Toys R Us, maybe Walmart. or something. Because you'd sit there and you'd play the Game Boy like this, and you could look up at the screen,
Yep.
or you could actually look at the little screen on the Game Boy, and then everyone around you could see what you were playing and how well you were or were not doing. And
I
that one, I imagine, you could store stuff in it. Like they might actually lock games and stuff in it.
It does. This is why this idiot created these two things. That just kills the vibe. I mean, he's trying to sell a little Pokemon to try to pimp it to be like, yeah, Pokemon.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't touch. I think that's great. I have
Oh,
two
that's
Virtual
cool.
Boys, Welsh, one boxed, one unboxed that I play. So yeah, the link I just sent you for the Virtual Boy, I might actually message this guy. Not paying $1,600 for it, but
Oh,
$50,000 for a factory sealed PlayStation 2 with a note. The a lot of
this is a
beeps.
different.
But that's the kiosk I remember.
Yeah, that was probably this is the low footprint kiosk. Out of the two, I think that Game Boy is a whole lot cooler.
That Game Boy is amazing. That Game Boy is super cool. I mean, I have the Blockbuster Virtual Boy carrying case. To me, Virtual Boy was amazing. I bought mine when Blockbuster was going out of business, the Virtual Boy case.
Hmm.
This guy wants $800 for this. This has to be wrong.
Because the price
This
is too
can't be.
good.
He has Jack Bros boxed. Jack Bros is $1,000 game. So
And he wants 500 for it.
8, but it's not the Japanese Jack Bros. It's the real American Jack Bros. 8. Wow.
I'd read the description like 3 times before you.
No, I'm gonna send this over because that's insane. Like I don't have the like my aunt went like I went when I went crazy for like I got Virtual Boy. I didn't even know I was getting Virtual Boy, and she bought me Virtual Boy. Anyone that watches this, don't hate on me. I was an only child. My aunt never had any children. When my grandmother died, my aunt took over for my grandmother. So that's the story in a nutshell. And she used to buy me a lot of things because she was a nurse practitioner. But in any case, you got the whole life story right there. So anyway, I had a lot of games for Virtual Boy. I still do. But that's very, very odd.
Placement eye
Um,
shade.
both lenses solder permanently fixed. Nintendo Virtual Boy console, Virtual Boy stand, pack, controller, Virtual Boy visor, everything. Virtual Boy games. Jack Bros. Game case manual cartridge US version. Please note this is a professional reproduction. Well, no thank you.
There you go. So that's the thing. Yeah, that's what I said. Unfortunately, he
Jack
doesn't
Bros.
have. It doesn't say anything on. Let's see if we can find or get to the. Oh, was that the Jack Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Jack
doesn't
Bros.
say anywhere that it's a repro. See, and that's the thing is, okay, you can make it look as close to the original as you want, but put something somewhere so you can easily tell that it's a reproduction. Because he sells it off, and then somebody who's unscrupulous is gonna be like, "Oh no, it's legit. No, you don't need to worry about opening it."
Yeah, Jack Bros is 9.
Kind of garbage they do.
See, this guy too has Virtual Boy games, lot 900. Um, he has Jack Bros in there, but I feel that Jack Bros might be a
It's another
repo because
repro.
no one cares about Virtual Boy games.
I don't know if that's 100% true. It might be mostly true, but I mean, well, there's generally going to be someone that cares. That
That
is
I that
something you think is
system
trash, they think is awesome.
that system I would collect for. That would be a system I would actively buy a lot of stuff for.
$100 is a cheap versus collecting OG hardware. Yeah, it's tempting to get the one that it's coming out early next year, right, Welch? And it would be um, much cheaper and more affordable if you've already got a Switch 2, or even if you just want something to put up on the shelf. It's close to the same size, I believe. So it's a neat shelf piece and much more affordable.
Yeah, I'm thinking when I have more space and I want to display stuff, I would do like the Virtual Boy in its own area and so on. I really think the Virtual Boy is it was a very like smart innovation by Nintendo.
Ooh.
I mean, it's cool. This guy's got like a Virtual Boy VGA out. So it goes on the TV, but when you look at the Virtual Boy, there's nothing inside. Virtual Boy plus VGA out, virtual tap, soldered eye patch ribbons, and new SSF lenses. Oh, I see. Yeah, he wants $1,000. That's crazy. I think the guy with the Repo Jack Bros for 800 is a little bit out of his mind.
Well, it's not just Jack Bros, though. It's you got the entire you got a Virtual Boy and 4 legit games, I guess, plus um, some replacement parts. Shipping's only $15.
Not bad.
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
that doesn't seem bad
Waterworld.
at all. Yeah, you have to be a subscriber so you can pre-order the legit Virtual Boy shell.
That's
It's
bull.
just a way of. I don't think it is. I think it's a way of saying, "Hey, we appreciate those who are subscribed to the Nintendo Switch Online, so you get first dibs. You paid for it, so you get first dibs."
I mean, I guess. I just think it's cool, like the whole Virtual Boy stuff. I've always thought it was cool. I have two of them, and I love the system. I've always loved it. I love the stand, the system. I love playing on it all the time. I mean, I just think it's great. Like right here, there's like a shirt, Virtual Boy, promotional demo shirt, $1,000. I wouldn't. Please,
No.
no, no. I'm not gonna go with a shirt. Um, Bomberman was awesome for it. Bomberman was great. Uh, but would maybe if I want to start collecting, for a system that I happen to enjoy a lot, it would definitely be Virtual Boy. I would probably start with like that. The only thing that worries me is that he does have Japanese games in there, and I don't think that's a Japanese system. So I don't know if it would work or not. Um, That would be the only thing I'd be worried about. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I think we might have, excuse me,
Pushed our limit of
gone on long
streaming.
enough. It's midnight. I'm gonna take
Ooh.
my coughing self, I think, to bed.
Well, everyone, next time you see me, I might be owning another virtual boy. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah. Well, everyone have a good December. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, or whatever you may celebrate. Keep it Sega, and we will catch you all later.
Yep, yep. All right, everyone, take care. Night, Welsh.
Later, Welch.